Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Shout out to the intro. I'm so excited now that I have that. And you know, my girl Kamisha Reviews created the intro for me and showed me how to put it up. And I'm just really in love with it. So that's why I be jamming to it at the beginning of all the videos. So I hope you all like it too. Let me know if you like it. Let Kamisha know that she did a good job. Okay, it's time to get into Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm not going to be here too long because right after this at 7 o'clock, myself, Ebby Reviews, and Kamisha Reviews will be back here on my channel to discuss the Grammys, just what we thought about the performances, and of course, what do we think about the fashion. So it's going to be a long night, so I'm not going to talk too long about Potomac, but really, this finale was a snooze. Like it wasn't giving what finales should give. And as you can see, I have named myself the fast forward queen. And that's really, this finale got a lot of fast forward. Let's jump right into the beginning. I'm going to give my 2 cents. Let me know in the chat what your 2 cents are. We're going to get into a little bit of watch what. We already know what Robin said on Watch What Happens Live, but we're going to get into a little bit of that. And I was just listening to Bondi Blue and the TikToker, I don't remember the gentleman's name who got the original mistress information, but he has an exclusive interview with the mistress who is refuting the things that Robin has been sprinkling as an excuse for staying with her man. Robin, just say you love your man and you sticking beside him. You will not be the first or the last woman to stay beside her cheating ass man. So you do better just saying that's my man and I'm sticking beside him. All this foolishness about lost wallets and rides to the bank, it just makes you sound dumb. It just makes you sound stupid. Hey Eric, hey everyone in the chat. Of course, I have my favorite drink since I'm going to be up here a while. I'm be a little thirsty, so I might as well have my favorite drink. Okay. The show opens up with Ashley with Dean. Where was the other one? I guess the other one don't know how to act in a restaurant, so he had to stay at home. I don't know. But Ashley is there with Dean, and she's got her mama on the phone, and they talking about this house. I fast forward through a lot of it. The only thing I heard was $13,000 a month. Ashley, do you have? I ain't trying to count your pockets, girl, but do you have $13,000 a month? What's the point of getting this house in this LLC with Michael when Mad Day comes? He gonna put you out, or he gonna let the payments go? Like. Based on a little preview of the reunion, we've heard that Ashley's prenup allowed her 0 alimony. So that means you're paying for this house strictly out of your Bravo check. Now, you've been on Bravo for 7 years, so you got it. I'm assuming you got it. But the little clip that I saw of Ashley's house, and I know Mia and Karen were paying $10K rent, and rent is usually higher than mortgages. I'm like, Ashley, that house don't look better than Mia and Karen's. You might be overpaying, and you're not even in the Potomac zip code. I don't know. To each their own. Congratulations, Ashley, on this house. I hope Michael doesn't do you dirty. Every legal person you've spoken to on this show told you don't get no house with no man you divorced, and even the foolish one, Giselle, said don't do it. I guess the light-skinned gang just want to be dummies. They want to play the fool. I wouldn't buy no house with no man. Now, if Michael purchased the house cash and put it in my name and said, okay, I'm done with you, but sit over there with my kids, at least so my two youngest kids can have somewhere to grow up. Bam, I'm done with you, no alimony. That's it. I'd be cool with it. But you got to pay a mortgage. Your credit ain't good enough after all this time for you to get a little house by yourself. To each their own. I just hope your storyline on season 9 ain't you going in foreclosure like Kim Zolciak. But let's move on. Who had a scene next? I didn't take any notes. I need to be the fast forward, no note taking queen. Let me put this down because we at the beginning of the show. I think it's Giselle and her girls, and you know I hit fast forward. You know I hit fast forward. I like Ash, not what's her children? Angel, Adore, and Grace. I think they're beautiful young ladies. I don't want to say they don't fool with their mama. It's very clear that they love their mother. I think they don't like lying on television with their mother. Like it's very clear when Giselle was up here with Jamal Bryant, them girls knew that their parents were not dating and they didn't want to be a part of the lie. It's very clear this season. Giselle talking about, y'all know I'm with Steve now. What y'all think about Steve? And they looking like, Mom, not today. We ain't ready to lie about Steve. Can we just eat our ice cream in peace? And then she started talking about her uterus, and I hit fast forward because I'm happy you had your surgery, Giselle, and you recovered. But that was a storyline I'm very happy you kept off of my television screen. I don't want to be a bitch, so I ain't gonna say nothing else. But I want to know if you and Steve are so in like and dating so much, and you got to tell the kids about them, why you don't have no current pictures? Why every picture you have of this man named Steve at the bottom says 3 years ago? And apparently Steve really ate in the picture because you done moved on to somebody from the winter house or the summer house, some house. I don't believe that either. But we'll get to that when we get to the taglines at the end because, ooh, they were shady. Up next is Mia. Mia is with her doctor, and you know your girl hit fast forward. I think I paused, and my pause, it stopped at the shadiest moment. It stopped when the doctor said, "You all good. I think it's just a rash." Mia, if you don't sit down somewhere, I wanted to at the beginning of the season, y'all might, if y'all can remember all the way to episode 1, I was rocking with Mia like I ain't appreciate this what cancer, no cancer looked like. I thought that was extremely disrespectful. And I didn't like people questioning her sickness either. But girl, I know you ain't spent this whole season sitting up here crying over a rash. Over it. Fast forward. I don't know what Wendy was talking about in her house. Fast forward. I mean, where's the restaurant? Where are your candles at, Wendy? You only said, I guess you knew what nobody buying them high ass candles. And Karen, you getting ready to learn the same lesson. Nobody is spending $130 for a candle. I don't care if you put 20 wicks in it. I don't care. I'm not paying. I believe I said this to my friend before. I don't like paying for the Bath and Body Works candles. The only time I stock up on those candles is when they go 50% off. Matter of fact, if you were to go downstairs into my master bedroom, you would see a huge box from the holidays when they had them candles 50% off. I think I bought like 20 of them because I'm not paying all that much money for one candle. Now, will I pay $130 for 20 candles? Yes. And them Bath and Body Works candles smell just as good. You can't tell me no difference. So, Karen, I mean, somebody out there love you enough, but not me. Now, I did purchase the La Dame, and I love my La Dame perfume, cologne, whatever it is. I do wear that occasionally, but not for no candle. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. But anyway, I said all that to say, Wendy, What you doing? Where is your stuff? They was shady at your ending tagline too, but we gonna get to that to the end at the end. Let's go ahead. Karen is talking to Mia. She was talking to somebody else, but who cares? Karen is sitting in her house, and what I love about Karen, and I'm gonna get me one. I have one right here that my sister bought for me. It's a little stand tripod for my cell phone, but I don't record on my cell phone anymore. I record, hey Andrew, on my laptop. But I think I'm gonna start carrying this around the house so when people FaceTime me, I could have my camera lit up and I could sit back and pose and drink and talk on the phone too. Because I'm constantly on a I think FaceTime is a younger generation thing, and I have a few millennials in my friendship group now. I don't think I have any Gen Zs, but a couple of millennials in my friendship group, and they love to FaceTime. And I'll be like, why y'all FaceTiming? I'm trying to hold the phone, type. No, I think I'm going to start being like Karen and taking this around the house and put it up so when people FaceTime me, I can sit back and look cute with my glass of wine too. I like that about Karen. I enjoyed that moment of Karen chilling on the FaceTime with Mia. Mia tells Karen about everything Sharice said about being drunk and having sex with any penis that's willing and available in Potomac. Karen wasn't too happy. Karen went into, well, did you defend me? It ain't sound like you defended me. Now, Karen, I don't like defending Mia, but I'm just going to put this on the table and you can take it however you take it. When Mia was receiving this information, she was drunk. I mean, those ladies were toe up. Now, Giselle and Sharice knew what they were doing. But as someone who is intoxicated, receiving this kind of tea, I'm not mad at Mia for chuckling and what? Yeah. But you also have to recall that Mia also said in her confessionals, she's heard something like this about Karen before. So it's hard to defend something that you believe is true, but at least be happy the girl came back and told you. Look, I don't know how Karen should react because Karen is of a particular age. Like next year, if she's on season 8, she will be having her 60th birthday. And I feel like even though Karen doesn't look 60, at 60, I don't have time for the BS, the drama. I personally, and this is just Angie speaking, wouldn't want to be affiliated with a show like this that's about tearing people down. It's nothing uplifting about Real Housewives of Potomac. But if Karen is, see, 40-year-old me is like, I would have went straight to the source as soon as I saw Sharice and Giselle. It wouldn't have been fighting on site, but it would have been a confrontation on site, like, be what you say about me at the strip club if the information is not true. Now, if they were spilling my truths, you might not want to confront that because then they might start spilling some more of your truths. So I don't know how Karen is a hard read. Karen is a woman that the way she presents herself to the world, it's like, I don't believe none of this that you're saying about the Grand Dame. No. But you can't put nothing past nobody nowadays. I don't know what's true or false. I said all of that to say I'm not mad at Mia for not defending Karen because Mia was drunk. Karen, you old enough to defend yourself. If it's not true, I hate to agree with that bitch Giselle, but you never said it wasn't true. All you did was walk away from Sharice. It kept her walking. You never once said, oh, that bitch lying. I'm going to leave that there. Karen shouldn't expect much from Mia because she can't even keep her lies straight. Very true. And you got to look at the source. I don't believe anything Giselle says. She has openly admitted to putting 20 on 10, being messy, and telling stories the way she want to tell them because they sound better. So you got to look at the source. Sharice is a hater and Mia is a liar. I don't know. Everybody can't wait for this reunion. I'm hoping the worst of the reunion is what we saw in this preview. Because if the preview is all the reunion is going to give, I'm already over it. And Gizzard admitted that everyone else knew about the rumor besides Mia. She admitted that at the beginning of the season in a preseason interview that Sharice was going to spill something about Karen that everybody already knows. And it's obvious that, you know what, I'm going to take this back. I'm about to walk a whole bunch of this back based on what you just made me remember that Giselle said, Andrew. Giselle said there's been tea on Karen that no one wants to say on camera, but Sharice is going to be the one to say it this season, and that's why everyone is chiming in. Yeah, I heard that before. Yeah, I heard that. I now believe it's a lie. I now believe it's a lie because this is why. You can't come in my face talking about I got a hot box and I'm a whore from Hampton and I know your true tea and I'm gonna sit on it and wait a whole nother season for somebody who's not even a part of the show to come back and spill it. No. I'm laying you out right there. Right there. Giselle ain't above it. That makes me right there believe it's a lie because Giselle needed someone to come on the show and lie for her, and Sharice is willing to do it because she wants a seat back at the table. You let everybody else tell us she created the table, but then got kicked up off of it. It's like Noah, how you build the ark, but then fall off and you drown with everybody else. Moving on. Okay. Karen should keep her guard up. At this group, none of these ladies are friends. None of these ladies are real life friends. Not Candace, not Wendy, not Karen. The only two people that ride or die for each other are Robin and Giselle. I wouldn't trust any other person on this show. And I wouldn't entertain these women because they don't have story. They don't. I don't. Andrew, we always eye to eye. We always eye to eye. Are you calling her Iris? Iris. Okay. So who came up next? So are we done with everybody's house? Let's go ahead and get to the party because that's where everything was. Oh, Robin was talking to her parents about this wedding, and you already know what I hit. Fast forward. I don't let's get to the party. We're at the party. Candace, it's not her album release, but I guess video release party with Trina for the song Insecure. I'm not going to say anything negative about the song. I enjoyed the video. That's just not one of my favorite Candace songs. I do enjoy some of her music. That just isn't one of my favorite songs, but I thought the video was cute. I didn't appreciate the lady shading it like, oh, at least it ain't in a parking lot. Oh, I can't even remember if the song was good or not. Like, they're just haters. They're haters sitting in the background with nothing else going on in their life. Like, what does Giselle have? All she has is a FAFSA application to fill out for her oldest daughter to go to college. That's all Giselle is looking forward to. And I got a FAFSA to fill out myself. But that's what I'm saying. What does Mia has packing to do? She got boxes to pack because she's kicked out of the mansion and going back to the penthouse. Now a penthouse ain't too shabby to go back to, but still, Mia is packing boxes. So haters are always going to hate people who have nothing going on for themselves. Candace, As Candy would say, fly above all of the haters. Hey, Kamisha. Um, we get to the party. Let me talk about this. We get to the party, and Miss Uncomfortable, Miss I'm So Bothered, walks up to Chris to go speak to him. Ma'am, I thought you was bothered by Chris and he owed you apology and you ain't got nothing to say to him till he apologized, but he paid you dust. Which one is it, Giselle? Chris played you like you played Wendy episode 1. You touching me? I'm happy the camera caught it because Gisela flip it and be like, I walked in the party and Chris grabbed my arm. No, bitch. You see, I'm cursing again. No, Giselle, you touched him and he paid you dust. You touching me? One thing I noticed about this party, because Robin was late because she went to a real bridal shower. Her sister-in-law's not her own. But anyway, Giselle was very lonely. I noticed that when Robin isn't around and Giselle doesn't have her backbone, which is Robin, no one cares about Giselle. Giselle sat in that party by herself. No one walked up and said hello to her. Everyone paid Giselle dust, except for Sharice. When Sharice wandered in, you know, 2 pieces of dust have to sit together to create a dust bunny. You know, dust finds a way to attract to each other. No one cared about Giselle or Sharice. Like when Wendy walked in, Wendy was entertaining the crowd. Everyone else was in the crowd enjoying the party. Those two look like 2 miserable lumps on the log that they are. Just misery in the crowd. And I noticed once Robin came along, that's when Giselle was like, did Mia tell you, Karen, that she called you a prostitute? Now, see, Karen, you don't know how to play the game. And I don't want to blame it on anything else, but you just don't know how to play the game. And that's why, Karen, the part of me that doesn't want to believe it, because you don't know how to deflect correctly. Like if some shit isn't true, I would have been like, well, bitch, what did you say? What did you say about me? Why are you telling me what everybody else saying? What did you say at the table, Giselle? Right, please bring. Katie is the only one that keeps those green-eyed hoes in check. Even though they play her to the left like she crazy or whatever, she checks them so smoothly. They have to eventually bring Katie back. I want Katie to come back when she is able. I don't want it to be too soon, but I agree. So now Karen is, she see what the fix is. Everybody's about to attack me at this party for whatever tea went on at the bachelorette. And I feel like if I wasn't invited to the bachelorette party, don't tell me what happened at the bachelorette party. And if I was subject at hand, then that just means that y'all pressed about me. Because if I wasn't there, I don't care what went down. And if y'all was talking about me, obviously y'all jealous. Obviously y'all hating. Because you couldn't say it to my face. We've been in each other's face all Mexico. And ain't nobody say nothing to me about being a prostitute in Mexico. But once I'm not there, now y'all want to drag me and run me down. I would have paid them dust. And here's Sharice coming up. Karen, it's true. You ain't saying that it ain't true. It's sad. This is what I expect from little young kids that got too much time on their hand and don't have nothing else to do but be in other folks' business. Not 50 and 60-year-olds. Now I know you guys are on a television show and maybe you care more because your information is put out there publicly. But if it wasn't no cameras around, I wouldn't give a damn what them hoes said about me. As long as y'all not putting it on TV. But anyway, let's get on to Ashley. Ashley wants to talk to Chris. Ashley comes up to Candace and is like, I really want to talk to Chris. And Candace is like, this is not the time or the place. This is my album release party or whatever kind of party it was. It's about me, not about y'all bullshit and your Sesame Street ass friend. Are you trying to say my friend isn't attractive? Yes. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, Ashley. Your friend is not attractive, and my husband would never risk it all to be with her when he has me. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Ashley, haven't you looked at your friend? Because you give me the vibe that I'm the pretty friend and I'm going to get all the less attractive people to be around me so I could be the prettiest one. That's the vibe it's giving me from you, Ashley, because I ain't seen you bring a cute friend on the show yet. Not a cute one. But anyway, Ashley said, I'm grown. I can go talk to him if I want to. Now, look, it could have been my husband, and as soon as she would have walked towards him, snatch. You remember on Drag Race? No, it wasn't Drag Race. That was Legendary. When they had the battle, and the girl who was with Honey, I can't remember, they was battling the catwalk, and old girl swung her cape, and she snatched her up by that cake and pulled her back. That would have been Ashley in that ponytail. Bitch, I told you my husband don't want to speak to you right now, especially after y'all done lied on this man all season. He don't want to have nothing to say to you until the cameras are in our face together, because we don't need no, he did this, he said that, he made me uncomfortable over here. Ashley go up to Chris and Chris get to yelling, cussing Ashley out, talking about I'm angry, I'm mad, y'all lied on me, and I'm tired of this shit. And I'm sorry to be cussing you out, but I'm tired of this shit. And here Ashley go, Chris, well, some of your actions were questionable. What actions? Him looking at his cell phone and paying your friend dust? Him trying to order a drink and your friend interrupting his drink order, talking about, hey, my name is Deborah? That was questionable. Females like you, Ashley, ladies like you, whatever the correct term is, because when you do, I had just posted this clip about Robin on Twitter. When you do clown shit, clownery comes back to bite. And this is why you probably will never have a man that you can trust and respect, because you don't respect nothing else, no one else's marriage or relationship. And see, you still mad that Candace read you down with the truth. You're so used to toxic relationships. You're so used to sharing your man for your check, for your lifestyle, that you don't know what real love, trust, and honesty looks like. And for that, I don't even feel bad for you, Ashley, because if you would sit down and stop playing these childish ass games, maybe a real man might love and respect you. But karma is a true thing. Believe it or not. When you do foolishness to other people, karma can bite you quickly, or karma could sit around 20 years and teach you that exact same lesson that you were trying to throw in somebody else's face. I've seen it. I've experienced it myself. That's why I try to live. I ain't high and mighty, but I try to treat everyone fairly and kindly. I try to hold my tongue and my temper, because I've lived enough to know that shit comes back to bite. Giselle said Katie looked like a prostitute. Giselle should never fix her lips to critique anyone's fashions. And I'm going to leave it at that. It doesn't even have to do with who's prettier or not. It has to do with this is what's going to make season 8 for me a make it or break it season for Potomac. I'm going to tell you why. These ladies this season have been living by the production has our backs point of view of filming. That's why they're filming and they're telling these lies and, oh, my friend Deborah said this, and oh, Chris was looking at me too, and oh, Chris did this to me too. They were going off of this because production has never shown receipts dropped into actual edits before. Like production might show the receipts at the reunion, or maybe never. It may always be who was right, he said, she said type of thing. This is probably one of the first seasons where instantly, every time someone has lied on Chris, production has dropped in evidence of the lie. Like Chris paying these women dust. And it makes it funny for us because we're watching it after it's already been edited and put together. But these ladies in Potomac, when they're filming, they aren't thinking that, oh, production might put in a receipt, so I better not lie. They're filming and telling these lies based on past actions of production never dropping in the receipts. So next season, to me, is going to be make it or break it, because now after season 7, I don't know why I sound country right there. After season 7, these ladies now know if I lie about something, that like if I lie about an event at a party, they can go back and look for receipts and make me look like a fool. Like they've been making y'all look like a fool all this season. So now the ladies have to rethink their strategy. They're either going to have to start being authentic, showing their real lives, stop lying on people. I don't think they're going to do that. Or they're going to go the Giselle Bryant route and start, their lies are going to always be about things that were off camera that no one could prove. And then that's going to make the season even worse, because I don't want to see seasons of he say, she say, tearing people marriages down. So I'm hoping this teaches the ladies a lesson. Either give us some real drama, real life drama, real life tea, or you could go sit on the same workbench that everybody, all the other housewives that thinks they so high and mighty, but they sitting on the unemployment, I want to go be on College Hill and marriage boot camp line. We'll see season 8. But all these lies, people not going to be able to lie like this anymore, because now production going to call y'all out. But anyway, that's the end of the episode. It was very boring. I want to go through, not a thin ponytail snatch. Ashley had a couple of bundles in that ponytail. It wasn't that thin. She never had a respectable marriage, so she can't expect anything but mediocrity from her. I agree. And for peak's sake, stop dressing like a Fashion Nova model, Ashley. Ain't nothing wrong with Fashion Nova. I ain't gonna knock it. I like Fashion Nova and I like Shein. I do. Andrew, you really hate her outfit. That butterfly top was late 90s and early 2000s. I didn't like her outfit though. I didn't like it. I don't expect that from them. They don't have real lives to talk about. They're going to have to find one. They're gonna have to find one or lie about something else. Lie about something else. Whose marriage do you think is up next? Because they done already went after Wendy, Candace. I don't think you can really go after Gordon and Mia because they put all their business on the front line. You can't really tear that down. Who else is on the show? Ashley ain't got a marriage to care about. Giselle barely got a man. She gonna fake for this little winter house man for a little bit. Um, Maybe they'll tear down. I think Juan is gonna tear down his own marriage, so they just got to sit back and watch Juan. He gonna tear that down on his own. Let's get into the ending taglines. Now, she had her hysterectomy. She made a full recovery, and she's entertaining many suitors. Many, bravo. All these seasons, Giselle hasn't had one man, but right after she had a hysterectomy, she got many suitors, many. One of which is a younger Bravo celebrity. I don't believe that because we've seen Giselle in real life. She looks old. Don't no young man want her. They'll go for Ashley before Giselle. So, and she's boring. She goes to bed at 8 o'clock. Young men don't even get off work to 8 o'clock. But okay, we'll see Giselle play in our face next season with her mini suitors. Watch by the time the camera gets to rolling, all of them gonna be paid dust. She gonna been broke up with all of them. Okay. Wendy's was quite shady to me. Wendy is prioritizing her health and has turned to kickboxing as a way to decompress, and she's drinking a gallon of water a day. That's all you got going on, Wendy, is drinking a gallon of water a day. All your CNN, all your Fox News, all your John Hopkins, and the only thing they can say about you is that you drink a gallon of water a day. How interesting. I hate to see you go, Wendy, but you can go. Because I don't care about you drinking a gallon of water a day. That's the most boring ending tagline ever. Ashley and her kids have moved into their new home. She briefly dated somebody named Luke, but they have called it quits. Everyone calls it quits once it's time to renew contracts and film again. Everyone wants to date when the cameras are not rolling. Okay, Ashley, good luck with your 13K mortgage a month. I don't know if you got it, but that ain't none of my business. None of my business. Wendy better get off the show before it's too late. Too late for what? All she's doing is drinking a gallon of water a day. Candace has taken Deep Space Deluxe on a 5-city tour. Wow. Shut up, Angie. Congratulations for that, Candace. We all have to start somewhere. She is able to see more of Chris these days. He is no longer working at the hotel. All I have to say is this: congratulations on your music, Candace, and making your dreams come true. It's very hard to break into the music industry, even if you're on a reality show. That does not guarantee you success in the music industry. So, congratulations for everything you're doing and making your dreams come true with that. Side note, if Chris not working at the hotel has anything to do with these women, especially Giselle, lying on him, talking about he cornered me in a room and made me feel uncomfortable, and that had anything to do with him losing his job, please let the lawsuit serving person be at the reunion and give Giselle her papers and go ahead and take that Cracker Jack box of a house as payment. You could sell it to somebody, they'd do something with it. But that would be very unfortunate. I always felt like the lie that Giselle said was very damaging, especially for someone who works in the hospitality industry. So Please come for whatever little bit of a coin Giselle has. I hope they daddy got a college fund because I would take all of Giselle's funds because you lied on this man. You continuously lied on him all season. And then in the very last episode, you walked up and touched him, but you're uncomfortable. Okay. Karen, it was real shady that they made that poll be Karen. But anyway, Karen expanded her evening with the Grand Dame tour to 5 major cities. I hope she comes to Memphis or Nashville. I will definitely be in the building if you do, Karen. Her number one fan and loyal La Dame is still her husband, Ray. Look, whatever Karen does behind closed doors with her eye candy is her business. Karen loves her husband. Ray loves Karen. Please don't come on here next season coming for a marriage that can't be destroyed. Y'all have been talking about Blue Eyes since what, season 1? At least season 2. If Ray ain't gave a damn about Blue Eyes in 5 years, what makes you think you constantly bringing him up gonna make him suddenly give a damn? Leave Ray alone. Leave Karen alone. Get some other business. Why don't you try to get like Karen and get you a show that people actually want to see? Because y'all sat up here and ran down on Karen's variety show, but she seems to be the only one taking it on a tour. Reasonably Shady is barely getting any views. If it wasn't for Charlemagne on the damn Breakfast Club shouting it out every 5 minutes, I don't know who's listening to it. And honestly, the way Diddy had Carisha Please win some award when she only had 2 episodes to view, that's letting me know these podcast numbers are very screwed. Very screwed. So I don't think anybody, I just can't see anybody listening to y'all. But that's just me. Everybody is not me. Mia had the most shady one. Mia's health remains stable, unlike her finances. Lord have mercy, Mia. Production does not like you. She and Gordon lost control of several other franchises and have moved out of their Potomac house. Okay. Look, we already knew all of this. This isn't new tea, but the way they put it up here and unlike is in all caps. Oh. Do y'all think Mia's job is in jeopardy? Because people seem to be thinking Mia might get fired. Let messy Mia stay up here. We gonna know she lying anyway. Robin never got around to that prenup, but she and Juan got around to something else. Let's see. They got married. I thought they got married a few weeks ago, but apparently they got married in August. But seeing how they got married in August 24th, I believe was the date. I don't recall. Why haven't we seen the marriage certificate on file? Because one thing I could tell you, if anybody ever want to be like, Angie ain't really married, Angie ain't really got no husband, all you got to do is go down. I ain't going to tell you exactly where I live. But if you knew what county I live in, all you got to go down is to that county courthouse, and I guarantee you could pull the document that would show you my marriage license. It's all public record. Why ain't nobody seen no public record since August, Robin? We done seen Yandy do this before. This ain't nothing new. Anybody could walk up and down the aisle and say, I do. That don't mean nothing if there is not a document at the courthouse. Now, I don't care enough to go look, but I know some blogs and bloggers do care enough to put that tea out there, and they all say they haven't found a document yet. And then I fast forward this. So I got these pictures off of Twitter. Robin is giving all of us the middle finger. And I want to say, Robin, I will take that middle finger any day of the week, because I can guarantee you, I don't ever want to sit up on TV and look the fool that you look. I never want to be you. It's very much over here on Kiss My Cheeks TV. If you like it, I love it, because you look the fool, girl, not me. You got your middle finger up, but your husband don't even like you. Let me tell you why. I'm about to take you down so you can see me in full screen and tell you why. Juan doesn't even like you, girl. Because if your husband loved you and if your husband cared anything about you, he would not have you on this television, on these blogs, on these podcasts, telling this dumb ass, foolish ass story about, yeah, I put my credit card down because old girl lost her wallet. But how she get home? You can't go in nobody airport and get in anybody flight without an ID. I ain't been to one yet. That's the first thing they ask you for is an ID. So how you done lost your wallet? How you get home? Where was her Ravens football player? So you telling me anybody Juan knows on Instagram, if they come to Maryland and need a room, Juan is willing to come down and put his credit card down? Because per you, Robin, this is a stranger off of the street. They just had a little, hey, how you doing on Instagram. That's it, because he was bored. So anybody in Juan's DMs can get credit cards for hotel rooms. Robin. Juan does not like you because if he liked you in the slightest, he would have came on reasonably shady and told these lies and made himself look the damn fool. He would have been standing at the bar on Watch What Happens Live, and he would have been answering Andy and not having you on television looking the fucking fool. Your husband don't like you, girl. He the one out here messing up, but you the one in the streets looking like the dummy. Not me. Robin, if I said it once, I'm going to tell it to you one last time. Just say that's your man and you sticking beside him. You don't owe us no excuse. Girl, that ain't none of our marriage. That ain't none of our household. You are not the first woman to get cheated on, and you definitely ain't the last woman that's going to be cheated on. And you not the first woman that's going to stick by her man, and you definitely ain't going to be the last woman that want to stick by that little piece of a man. But if that's what it is, Robin, just say it. Don't make yourself look any more foolish. I'll be damned. I'll be damned if my husband is out in these streets cheating on me. And then I turn around and look the fool talking this dumb shit. Oh, the girl lost her wallet and he ain't go down there and be with her. He just dropped his credit card off and left. And he didn't snatch her up enough for me. Because let me tell you why. All Robin did is go on Watch What Happens Live and tell the same ass lies that she told on whatever little podcast. Because, I ain't listen. All she did was tell the same thing she said on the podcast to Andy. That was it. And then there's supposed to be a 30-minute interview after part 3 of the reunion. I don't want to see it. I can tell you right now, I'm not watching it. What else can Robin say? She's already told us the same dumbass story. It's nothing else Robin has to say. Like if Andy doesn't go on television and tell Robin, thank you for your services, I don't want to see it. It ain't nothing else you could say to me about Robin in this situation. I don't care. We've heard it all. Keep that little 30 minutes. But that's it. Now, I told you the mistress did an exclusive interview with whoever that TikToker is. I apologize for not knowing that man's name. But once this is all over for the night, because in 10 minutes, myself, Kamisha, and Ebby, we're going to talk about the Grammys. So come back for that. But after we talk about the Grammys, I'm going to go look for the interview. But the main part of the interview that made Robin look even more of a fool, and another reason why Juan doesn't like you, because he has you out here looking this fool. The woman said, I'm from Canada, and Canada don't even have Zelle. We can't even request nothing. Now, mind you, I know on Cash App, you can request money, but you can send somebody a Zelle request. I ain't know that, but I ain't that technical. But the lady said Zelle is not even offered in Canada. So she was like, what is Robin talking about? I tried to blackmail her and I sent her a Zelle request when we can't even do Zelle in Canada. And I said, oh, Robin. Yet again, Juan has you looking a fool. spreading these lies. Just because you believe the lie don't mean we gonna believe it, girl. We ain't in love with Juan. We don't want the man. We ain't trying to walk down the aisle with Juan. So he can't tell us any and everything. We ain't the fool in love. But anyway, y'all, I got another live to do in 10 minutes, and I got to run downstairs and get me some more ice so I can refill my drink so we could talk about the Grammys and have a good time. Please come back in 10 minutes. Myself, Kamisha, Abby, we're going to talk about the performances. We're going to talk about a few of the categories. And of course, we're going to rate the fashion. We're going to have a good time in 10 minutes. Please come back for that. Next week is the Super Bowl, so there will not be Real Housewives of Potomac. The reunion will start the Sunday after the Super Bowl, so I'm taking a weekend off too, because you already know what I'm about to do for the Super Bowl. Rihanna is performing. I'm about to have a good time. I'm about to have a good time next Sunday. So I ain't even about to lie to y'all and tell y'all I'm gonna come on here and do nothing, but have a good time and watch Rihanna. And maybe Monday we'll talk about Rihanna and who won the game. I don't care who wins. I just want to see a good football game and a good halftime show. And I could tell you right now, Riri, I'm like the lady on TikTok. As soon as you hit lift me up, pause. I'm going on a bathroom break. I understand that got to do with T'Challa, but that T'Challa ain't got nothing to do with the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear lift me up. I want to hear work, work, work. You the one. Pawn the replay. I like that birthday cake, 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 cake. I want to hear all that, Rihanna. I don't want to hear the lift me up. But anyway, I'm having a good time with y'all. Come back in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and let's continue having a good time talking to Grammys. And I'll see y'all next week for something. It won't be Potomac, but it'll be for something. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Talk to y'all later. Bye.